Hello and welcome to Investment Development Nigeria. This is a program that showcases Nigeria's investment opportunities and development potentials across different sectors of the economy. And today our special spotlight is on the Nigerian Export Promotion Council that has a mandate to diversify the economy of Nigeria through exports. And under the leadership of Dr. Ezra Yakuzak, a lot has been happening at the council. There's been a non-oil exports conference tagged Export for Survival. And from the theme of the program, you will know that there is an urgency for Nigeria to go into export for survival, to earn more foreign exchange and improve the value of the naira against the dollar. We also have the opening of Nigerian export trade houses in different parts of the world to enhance the export drive of our exporters in Nigeria. And we also have the export walk for survival. A whole lot has been happening at the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, and that's what we're bringing you today in this special package. My name is Mayowa Oluwabi. Don't go away. Stay with.
The Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC) was created by the Nigerian Export Promotion Decree number 26 of 1976 as the country's apex institution for the promotion, development, and diversification of non-oil exports. The decree was amended by Decree 72 of 1979 and further amended by Decree 41 of 1988. It was amended again by Decree 64 of 1992 and had the Export Incentives and Miscellaneous Provisions Decree of 1986 appended to it. All these were done to reduce administrative bottlenecks and give the Council greater autonomy in its dealings with stakeholders. The enabling law gave the Council the specific task of expanding non-oil export for inclusive and sustainable economic growth. To achieve this, the Council must, among other things, coordinate and harmonize export promotion and development activities in Nigeria, take the lead in all national export programs, and interface with international trade agencies on cooperation and capacity building in the quest to ensure that Nigeria's economy does not depend solely on oil earnings. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council has a governing board which has members from both the public and private sectors. However, its daily activities are run from the headquarters in Maitama, Abuja, by the Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer, at the head of a senior management team consisting of directors and heads of departments. With a staff strength of about 580 people nationwide, the Council has 6 regional offices in each geopolitical zone, which supervise export assistance centers and smart offices. The NEPC is also working on adapting to the dynamics of the export business by charting an ambitious plan for the sustenance of the Nigerian economy. The Council recently organized a non-oil export conference as part of its Export for Survival campaign, bringing together stakeholders to discuss the issues and challenges in the drive for an export-driven economy. The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was the special guest of honor.
The theme Export for Survival carries an urgency that perfectly frames the challenges that we will increasingly face if we do not accelerate the diversification of the Nigerian economy. But we understand and we fully appreciate the extensive impact that this will have on our people. And so we are committed to moving quickly and assuredly. Our considered response so far has been carried out in the light of, first, the dynamism of the Nigerian people and our multi-sectoral potential for innovation and productivity at scale.
The mantra Export for Survival actually communicates an urgency. So I think the leadership of NEPC that coined this was actually, I hope he was divinely inspired, because it couldn't have come at a better time than this. The urgency I hope it's not just in the expression. I hope it's going to manifest in the actions and the strategic steps that Nigeria takes going forward.
Exports should not be limited to goods and agricultural products. Now we should now think about exporting labor, semi-skilled. Today, I gave an example of Bangladesh that they exported 2,000 youths to Saudi Arabia on semi-labor.
I think this is really coming at the point where we needed this conversation the most. Okay, we need to have this engagement now. I think we pushed this for too long, and I'm so happy that the NEPC, they're bringing this at this point in time, because before the mindset at which we approach this export, I remember going to NEPC, I would see export tomorrow's business. Then it was tomorrow's business. So now the urgency, everybody knowing fully well that oil is gone. There's no money in oil anywhere again. So look at what is happening everywhere. And if you look at what is happening globally, what is happening at Ukraine and everything, you see that people are looking for alternative sourcing destination.
With more than 500 employees located across the country, the NEPC needs to ensure that its own house is in order. Mrs. Udrak Etokoho is the Director of Corporate Services Department, and she speaks on the critical work the department does to keep the engine of the council well oiled. On its part, the Department of Policy and Strategy does the monitoring and evaluation to ensure that the council's goals are achieved.
Okay, the Corporate Services Department is structured to host the Human Resources Division. It also has the Administration Division, the Legal Unit, the Finance Division, the Stores and Supplies, Transportation. So generally, the Corporate Services Department takes care of staff, its welfare, promotions, appointments, and discipline. It also takes care of the capacity, staff capacity building, to ensure that the council can deliver on its mandates. The NEPC currently has a total staff strength of 458 officers spread across the nation. Out of this number, 251 are at the regional and the smart offices. Now we have 6 regional offices in all the 6 regions of the country, and we have 24 export assistant offices also spread across the country.
The department also has been able to coordinate the market access development plan in collaboration with NITDA, that is Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency, in order to now bring companies up to stream in terms of digital marketing. And NITDA has been magnanimous to extend the ng.com domain to companies that participated in this program free of charge for 1 year, so that at least it will help in giving those companies visibility outside the country.
Well, the National Export Office actually supervises all the offices across the country. We have 6 regional offices and then the state offices. We have 28 state offices now, and of course we are going to have a new baby soon. The department collates the annual work plan and annual reports from all the regional offices and the smart offices. The state offices, we call them export assistant offices. And also we use the regional and the state offices, and also from the Abuja anyway, to create awareness down to the grassroots. That's why we have offices in all the states. We assess exporters' capability through surveys. We carry out surveys, and in the states, different products in different states. So we try to identify through our programs exportable products in the states. We also coordinate NEPC's, that's the council's participation in local trade fair. I mean local, not the international. So as the name goes, this department is national. Well, we have another department that is international, okay? We oversee local exhibition and trade promotion events domestically.
We have a program that is called Export Clinic, and it is meant to provide basic fundamentals of export to our registered exporters, especially the newly registered exporters. And we also have a program that is called Zero to Export. And that is a more detailed program. It's an 8-week intensive program, which is meant to take exporters through from inception with practical experience until they launch their products in the export market. Under Women in Export, we provide institutional support and advisory services to women-owned businesses in Nigeria to be able to connect them to international markets. May I say that under this platform, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has been able to support participants, our main women entrepreneurs, to launch their products abroad by taking them to trade fairs and exhibitions across the continent of the world. And by so doing, they have been able to launch their products on the international market.
The Council has identified 34 different solid minerals, but emphasizes on value addition to capture a good share of the international market.
We have a program we call Domestic Export Warehouse. It was formed to address the challenges of logistics, the challenges of having to carry the product from the farm gate or from the hinterland there to the port. So now, federal government, with their approval, we have appointed or registered those organizations and exporters that have met the criteria, and they have a designated facility you can call a mini port. A mini port. The idea is that the little SMEs, MSMEs that cannot carry their product to the port, they go there like an aggregation center. They go there, their products are processed and made ready, and also their shipments are made ready, and as well as their documentation, and they are put inside the container, and once they are sealed, they are examined and sealed straight to the port. So you see that we have been able to achieve efficiency, and we've been able to also reduce the cost of exporting.
All right, we'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Investment Development Nigeria, and our special spotlight today has been on the Export Promotion Council. I never knew so much was happening at the council, and we'll continue from here. Stay with us.
The NEPC spares no effort to promote Nigerian goods and services abroad. The council has created trade hubs outside the country to give visibility to made in Nigeria products. It is interesting to note that Nigerians in diaspora are the first target market. The NEPC also collaborates with other government agencies and development partners to enhance opportunities for Nigerian exporters. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council provides incentives to exporters and encourages them strongly to develop competitive products.
We also have the incentives division, and this division is engaged in processing claims. If I want to use the word carefully, in carefully processing the application of exporters who have applied for incentives, very key. And the incentives we are running at the moment, some of them are what we call the Export Development Fund, and these incentives is meant to encourage exporters who want to engage into exports. for them to be able to develop their products. Is a pre-shipment incentives, mainly for them to prepare their product for export market. So there will be no cases of reject. They can use this fund to train themselves abroad, to go for trade fairs and trainings, and also to conduct research, all that are necessary for them to be able to prepare their product for export market sustainably.
Financing is usually a tough nut to crack for exporters, especially those just coming into the business. NEPC constantly works to help exporters sustain their businesses by helping them gain access to affordable export financing through the Small and Medium Enterprises Finance Scheme, SMEF.
And under SMEF, we are involved in hand-holding SMEs, that's small and medium enterprises, to successfully access export finance, thereby motivating them to export their products to the international market sustainably.
The mandate of International Export Office basically is to see how we can promote Nigerian goods and services beyond the country. And we do this through market access, and the market access is done through what we call participation in trade fair, organization of solo exhibition, B2B, business-to-business meetings, participating in joint ventures, and also what we call counter-promotion program. All this we do for the purpose of showcasing made in Nigeria goods across the globe. We also have a new platform of establishing export trade houses. We call them Nigerian Export Houses in virtually every country of the world. We started through the establishment of the first one in Cairo, another one in Togo, another one recently in Kenya. All this need to do is to provide feasibility for made in Nigeria goods in the host country or targeted country.
The NEPC's Trade and Information Department provides invaluable service to the public in general and exporters in particular. The department maintains and coordinates the Trade Information Library and responds to trade inquiries and complaints.
The Trade Information Department is one of the operational departments in Nigerian Export Promotion Council. It is the department charged with the responsibility of collecting, collating, analyzing, and disseminating trade information to the exporters and the general public. The Trade Information Department also oversees the collection of trade statistical data. We analyze the data, the trade data, and we pass on the information, we disseminate the information to the general public. The Trade Information Department also coordinates the registration of Nigerian exporters. So we have a platform called NEP, that is NEPC Electronic Exporters Registration Platform. We register exporters through this platform. It is an online platform. Then the Trade Information Department also initiate and coordinate trade facilitation related activities. The department also ensures the capacity building of newly registered exporters.
Dr. Ezra Yakuzak is the Executive Director, CEO of the NEPC. He says one of the key programs of the Council is continuous capacity building for exporters in line with the Council's vision to make the world a marketplace for Nigerian non-oil products. Mayowa Oluwabi of Investment and Development Nigeria met with the Executive Director, CEO of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Dr. Ezra Yakuzak.
Well, my first question to you is this. Since you assumed office, what has been the major development in the council?
Since we assumed office in November 2021, what we did was just first and foremost organize a retreat for our staff to look at holistically how we are going to change the trajectory in non-oil exports. And with that, the first thing we did was to launch what we call the Export for Survival campaign. And that campaign was a it's a crying call for all Nigerians to invest more in export, to embrace non-oil export as a means of economic survival of our nation. We did that campaign, and it has been running. And the second thing we did was to organize what we call a non-oil export conference. It has never been done. The theme of the conference was Export for Survival, optimizing Nigerians' non-oil export potentials. That was the theme of the conference, yes. And so, like I was saying, in terms of the export trade houses, we commissioned an export trade house in Egypt, that's Cairo, the Sadat Industrial City, Egypt. Then the next one we did was in the Lome, that's Togo. Then Nairobi, Kenya, of recent. Also, one of the things we did, we sat down as a management, and we felt if we are promoting our products abroad, we need to get representatives of various countries abroad and get their buy-in. And so what we did was to organize a dinner for all the ambassadors, all the foreign ambassadors in Nigeria. We did that about a month ago through the Foreign Affairs, and of course about 150 ambassadors, high commissioners, and other diplomats. They were all in attendance. One of the things we are doing really is capacity building of our exporters. Capacity building of our exporters. And that is very key for us, because if they are not aware of what they are doing, they will have challenges on what exactly to do in terms of export. And so we're ensuring capacity building of our exporters. But one key thing again is their packaging. We realize that most of the products that have been rejected is due to poor, quality packaging. And so we've tried as much as possible to ensure that products outside Nigeria are well packaged, and we do that by so many advocacy programs. And sometimes we invite the exporters to bring their products in our various programs and inspect those products and inspect those packaging and advise them appropriately. But we also, the Honorable Minister of our ministry, that's Industry, Trade and Investment, set up a committee. We call it the Export Reject Committee. And that committee is set up with other regulatory agencies and other, even the private sectors. And the essence of that committee is to curb the cases of rejects abroad. And so the committee sat several times, and any moment from now they are going to submit a report to our minister. But the initiative we took as NEPC is that we want to take out, we are going to London in the next 2 weeks. We are meeting with the various regulatory import agencies in London, the border control and other agencies, to find out the issues, to find out why our products are being rejected. And we are doing that, of course, in line with other agencies like the ministry, the quarantine service, NAFDAC, Standard Organization of Nigeria. We are going there to find out exactly what are the issues, why our products are facing constant or incessant rejection. And so these are some of the things we are doing.
So let's talk about training and retraining of exporters in the Commission.
Yes.
The Council, sorry.
Yes.
Across the country. What is the Nigerian Export Promotion Council?
If there's anything we do, and we do it very well in Nigerian Export Promotion Council, is training and retraining of exporters, or what we call capacity building of exporters. Because like I said, if they don't know what to do, they won't know where to go.
True.
That's the truth about it. And so this year, from January to June, by the end of June, we had organized 146 training programs, capacity building program for exporters. And a total number of 17,320 exporters benefited or attended those programs. And for those programs, we see other issues that comes up, and we try to address those issues. So capacity building of exporters is very, very key to us in this export promotion drive.
Okay. So what's the relationship between the Export Promotion Council and other related government agencies such as the Customs?
Okay, we are working closely with various export trade facilitation agencies like the Custom, like NEPC, like NEPSA, SMEDAN. We're all partners because in the non-oil export promotion drive, you can't do it alone. Nobody is an island, so you can never operate alone in this drive. If you think you are going to do it alone, then you miss it.
While it's a wrap on Investment Development Nigeria, we've been talking Nigerian Export Promotion Council, and you've seen the journey so far, the efforts that is going towards improving our export and making sure that we export more than we import, because that is where our strength lies. And Nigeria is naturally blessed from agriculture to solid minerals. There's so much to export out of Nigeria. A lot of people should join the train if you're not yet there to exports. Export is good business and it's tomorrow's business. It will keep us afloat, it will improve our economy, and the Nigerians will be the better for it. And I love the results that is coming out even from the last quarter. There's more export now than import, which is good for the foreign exchange earning power of Nigeria. Dr. Ezra Yakuzak, we thank you very much. Kudos to the council for all the efforts that is going on to improve the export drive of Nigeria. My name is Mayowa Ulwebi. Thank you for watching. Till I see you again next week. God bless Nigeria.